It's Friday, the busiest day of the week. A train arrives with technical problems.
How long's that going to take? Don't know. How long's a piece of string? Yeah. Okay.
After half an hour of confusion, the service is cancelled and the passengers are told to get off the train.
Do we stay on this for Peterborough or...?
No, this train is going nowhere.
Okay.
It's my third late train today. In fact, my first train was cancelled, the second train was half an hour late. We waited there for half an hour to be told the train was cancelled. Which, you know, I mean, what can be done? Although I do think renationalisation, because British Rail were never as bad as this.
Special announcement for passengers for the cancelled Stansted Airport service.
Another cancelled train. It belongs to a rival train operator, but Ian Johnson still has to deal with the stranded passengers.
The train's broken down and we're trying to get to Stansted Airport. And I think most of us got to be there in about an hour's time.
7 o'clock mine goes. Well, about 7:10 it goes.
Two taxis from Bishop Stortford to Stansted Airport. Well, because they can't get a train because it's cancelled. We'd organise a taxi straight from here, but they're going to be at least 20 minutes before we actually get to the station, let alone start the journey through the Cambridge traffic.
But there's worse to come. A truck has hit a railway bridge and now the entire network is in chaos. Fearnley is finding out just what his staff put up with when everything falls apart.
No, it sucks. It's terrible.
We know the next train,
Price
without
keeps
doubt,
going
there's
up,
a train
the
to Ely in
stations
6
are
minutes.
filthy. You get on the train, there's no seats. You're good at standing around demanding to see tickets and passes, but we ask you anything and we get, I don't know.
We are doing our
There's
best.
no way to run a service.
I usually go to Ely, and I must say, usually Ely to Cambridge, very few problems with.
You're lucky then, because I take the same trip and I get this fiasco nearly every night.
We live in Kings Lynn and our train is late every single night.
How many minutes late?
It's 4 or 5 minutes late. It makes a lot of difference because we've got a connection bus at the other end and we miss our bus most
Is this a
nights.
Southampton bus?
Yes, it is, because of the fact that the odd train is late every night and there's been no explanation why tonight. Well, we've got to wait till these minutes for it.
The explanation is that, unfortunately, there was a vehicle hit a bridge just outside Stevenage about 3 o'clock.
Well, it'd be nice if somebody had actually announced that.
It was announced a few minutes ago. We probably should announce it more often.
Yeah, well, we've been here for half an hour. No.
Last week I was here for an hour and I asked somebody, I said, where's the train? I was waiting for the one going through to Liverpool Lime Street.
Yes.
They had us running that end, this end, that end, back
That's
again.
just about right.
Nobody offered any assistance to people with baggage or children, nothing. And when we asked where's the train, we were told we don't know. It's somewhere between here and Stansted. You must know, it's impossible. You have to know where the trains are.
She was really worked up. She's obviously been delayed many times, and she was remembering all those incidents tonight when she's further delayed. And what's worse, we can't tell her at this moment exactly when her next train is going to be, so that doesn't help to calm her down.
Back at the office, a new group of passengers have turned up desperate to get to the airport.
Now, anyone that wants to do this, okay, will give you forms. If you take a taxi off of the taxi rank to Stansted Airport, make sure you get a receipt and then claim back the money off of Central Trains, okay? Now, unfortunately, the person I just spoke to said they cannot guarantee you'll get your money back, but it's likely that they'll get it.
The delayed train now to Liverpool Lime Street, which we've been telling customers for the last half hour will leave from platform 5, is now coming to platform 6. And on platform 5 we have a train to Ipswich, which was going to go after that train, so there's even more confusion now between those two platforms.
The engineers said that, yeah.
Because that's the train they were going to run, so was that one. They've both got mechanical problems then. Well, I'm afraid in a moment, I just don't know. We'll find out. Well, it should be that train, but there's now a query about that, but that should be the train.
Okay.
Don't bank on it.
All right. Where was Giles? That's what I want to know. Where was Giles? He's never around, he isn't, is he? Where were you?
Down at the bottom, platforms 1, 2, 3, helping passengers.
That's no good. We had problems in here. And where were you? You
Passengers
weren't
have problems down there.
I don't care.
I'm surrounded.
You should have been in here.
But what about those 4 passengers down there? There's just not enough others, are there?
No, well,
that's the truth.
You should be in here.
Should I?
Yes.
Right, well, I'm here now.
Right, well, it's too late now. They've gone. We sorted it.
Can you see what we go through now?
I certainly can. There's no doubt about it.
When it's easy,
I've gone through it.
When it's easy, you see, we're not sitting down doing nothing.
No, you're not.
We're doing little things, but when it goes like this...
You've got to be there for that moment, and there's no time to plan it.
Yeah.
Trouble is, we get it in the net because they say to us, well, you've cancelled the train, so you should be doing something about it. We haven't cancelled the train at all. You know, we're just here and we just take the brunt of it.
Sorting out that Stansted train, the Liverpool's train, a few minutes ago, just amazed just how many people immediately want information, expect you to know it, surround you with it.
Yeah.
And don't take, I'll tell you in 5 minutes as an answer.
But the information Fearnley has been giving passengers is incorrect.
Another communication breakdown. The signal box have put in a train that they've just run that into platform number 4 without advising us. So
They've run it to platform 1.
In
platform number 1.
Whereas I've just spent 10 minutes sending everyone from 1 to 4.
Number 4. We've had no phone calls.
So they're now all going back from 4 to 1.
So now we've got to go out there and sort it
Right,
out.
explain this to them. It's quite a long walk from 1 to 4 and 4 to 1.
Yes.
I'm just getting on the phone to find out, over.
No, it's Peterborough, Liverpool, platform 1. Going right back down there, but at least it's going. Platform 1 for Peterborough and Liverpool. That's the one, you've been down there before, it's back down there.
You've seen what we go through this evening. Would you do that for 10 grand a year? Bearing in mind, bank holidays, part of a working week, Sunday, part of a working week, not being paid for any overtime. I mean, would you do that for that sort of money?
Every sympathy with what you're saying.
But you haven't said whether you would do
Would you do
it.
that for that sort of money?
Would you do that? Would you do that, though? Come on, Giles, don't be shy.
I better be honest, no I wouldn't.
No, there you are, you see. But you expect us to do it, don't you?
I've come across a whole range of issues this week, some big, some small. We know we have quite tremendous queues at Cambridge at times, and I experienced people's wrath on many occasions, standing at the back of the queue and saw people miss their trains or whatever. I suppose all that's leading me to say, sort of one of the themes of the week, are we actually doing enough to help at that sharp end? And my conclusion is that we're doing a lot, but actually we could do more. It was a very worthwhile experience being there on Friday. Loads of things going wrong, and we really saw how passionate customers become. Very often they talk down to you, sometimes they're downright rude and abusive, yet you must always be calm, quite rightly, public service, respond positively, try and help them with that situation, and always be ready for the next, never knowing what's coming next.
How can we actually help them to feel more comfortable at the front line?
And I often was wandering around the last few days mulling over, well, these people out there are the lifeblood of the business. They're the ones who deal with the passengers, sort them out for us. We don't. We wouldn't be here without them. I think it all goes back to the value. If they felt more valued behind the scenes, then they would feel they're getting all the support that they could have to do that job. Moving on, probably the biggest business one that I think must be under our control is sorting out this coupling splitting. We allow only 2 or 3 minutes for that, whereas it certainly never takes less than 4. However good the coupling splitting works mechanically and however good our staff are with the passengers, it cannot be done in less.
When it was originally timed at 3 minutes, it was timed doing it a different way than they do at the moment.
Yes.
So we've got to get them all together and say, this is the way it's done, this is the standard time.
In my mind, we have a double hit situation here. Not only do the passengers every day see that we cannot run to time, and they must wonder, what we're doing running railway when we can't run to our timetable. And some of them told me that. But secondly, under the performance regimes that we operate, then delays cost us money. I've seen complete confusion.
It's particularly so for Cambridge because there's so many visitors, particularly foreign visitors, who may only come to Cambridge once in their life and not actually understand the distinction between Lynn and Cross when the rest of the word is Kings.
What the last week's shown me is, or given me absolute admiration for those people out on the front line. If anything comes from this week, let it be that. And there's one thing for sure, I'm not handing the uniform back. It is a very, very worthwhile exercise. It really is. And I think it is only actually putting the uniform on and being equal and level that you get the best out of it.
From next summer, 4 minutes will be allowed for trains to couple or split at Cambridge. 2 brand new ticket machines are on their way, and there are plans for a total redevelopment of the ticket hall. Fearnley has also ordered a major review of the pay and conditions of all his staff.